bringing to you an amazing matchup between two teams who are looking for a good win after back-to-back losses. Bryce?
Well, Auburn's record is now 2-10, and Doherty is 5-4. And Paul, how do you feel about this?
I think Doherty's obviously having a pretty good season right now. Auburn has been close on a couple games. Could have gone our way, but didn't. That's okay. And we'll see what happens tonight, and looks like it's going to be an exciting matchup.
Very true, very true. I think maybe the Auburn needs to work on its defensive play and driving the ball up the court.
I agree, but with Samantha Jess, the sophomore who's been a brick wall in defense, is out tonight. So we're going to have to see people like Caleb Papersky and Mae Whittemore step up.
Yes, but they also get back Emily Hunter, which could be an additional bonus for them, maybe to gain back some muscle.
Absolutely, and now Doherty is coming onto the court for warm-ups.
Doherty is 5-4. They are coming back off a back-to-back against St. Paul. St. Paul is a very tough team, Paul. What is your opinion on St. Paul?
St. Paul is a good team. They actually beat Doherty last night in Doherty, so that's interesting to see. However,
always tough.
Doherty is in a different conference or division than us, so that's also interesting. It's cross-division play tonight. It's going to be definitely interesting to see how the players react to that.
Very true, very true. So I think maybe Doherty, it's always tough to lose at home. So they obviously want to come here and they want to win and to get off that loss and get back on winning.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Doherty's going to have a fire in their eyes tonight. But we'll see. Auburn has had a couple days of rest. They last played on the 26th, last Friday at Millbury.
Very true, very true. And that was a close game. It just didn't work in our favor. It's not so much that we're losing by so much. Where some games we lose, they're just by very short points. So I don't truly think this team is weak because you have so many players that are busting their butts every week, trying to do better, improve. So I don't think Auburn is totally out of the picture. I think it's a very solid and strong team. I just think they just come up short in the end.
I 100% agree with you on that one. The record is definitely not reflective of how our team plays. However, we do need to step up in some aspects. Like I'm looking at Joanna Proko and Kavaya Cross to step it up a little bit tonight.
Yeah. I think everybody will be stepping up because, Sam Jess is a very big part of the team. So once one is gone, they all have to try and to pull together and try to pull out a win. we're getting ready, and the Auburn Rockets are now warming up. Looks like we're on key with our layups tonight.
It's always a good sign.
Always is a good sign. Layups are a very big aspect.
So, looking back at Doherty, Bryce, they have 5 seniors on the roster, so that's definitely good for experience and veteran leadership. We do have veteran leadership with Joanna Poco, Caleb Papersky, and Kavaya Cross, and I think they've definitely been doing a good job. So maybe it's up to someone else to step up tonight. Maybe, like you said, Emily Hunter in her return from injury. So there's definitely some key factors to watch. We've got to step up for Samantha Jess, as we already said. Maybe Maeve Whittemore has a breakout night. We'll see.
Well, Paul, talk about experience. I like to think, you have some kids that are seniors, but you also have some kids that are freshmen, like Taylor Goodrich. She's only a freshman, yet she is already one of the best players on this team. So, yeah, experience goes a long way, but I still think, don't ever shut out somebody just because of their age, because you never know what to expect from them. You never know what they could be capable of, and for all we know, Taylor Goodrich could be better than a senior in this game, and she could destroy the competition.
Maybe even some bench players can make a big impact tonight.
We have Sydney McDonald. She got pulled up from JV last year, and now she played in middle school basketball last year, and now she made her way up into the varsity. Paul, what do you think about that?
I like bringing up Sydney McDonald early on, and Taylor Goodrich, as we saw, was with the middle school last year, as they're both freshmen. She started, and they both made great impacts on that team that went, I think, 9-1 in the regular season.
Yep.
So now we'll see, can they have an impact tonight in one of the bigger games to try and turn the tide of the season.
Yeah, it's very impressive to go from middle school and start on varsity as a freshman. Not a lot of people can do it, but you have some great talent if you have that ability.
So, next game for Doherty after tonight, they play Quabog back home in Doherty. Oh, sorry, my mistake. That's Auburn who plays Quabog next week. So Friday, Auburn will play Quabog here at home at 6:30. We'll be here broadcasting that for you guys. And Doherty will not play for 2 weeks. Next time they will play will be at Sutton on February 14th, Valentine's Day.
Sutton. There's a very good coach up in Sutton for the men's basketball team, Andrew Nedzwicki. Also a algebra freshman teacher here at Auburn High School. I had Neds for all 3 trimesters. Boy, was he so fun. There is now 2 minutes and 10 seconds left until the game will begin.
So, tonight, what are we expecting? Are we expecting Maeve Whittemore to start at point guard? Or is that Taylor Goodrich at point guard tonight, Bryce?
Our point guard will probably be Taylor Goodrich.
And for a center, are we looking for Kaylee Papersky, the senior?
Yes, I do think Kaylee will be center. Paul, who do you want to see excel in this game? Like, who do you want to see, like, pop off tonight?
You know, like I mentioned earlier, Maeve Whittemore definitely has the talent to do so. So we'll see if she can show up tonight and take any doubt that we may have with that Samantha Jess and see if she can carry this team to victory.
You know, you have dynamics on this team. You know, you have Maeve Whittemore and Taylor Goodrich. How they work together, their chemistry they have, only as a freshman and junior, and you still have another year of that. I think it can get very strong knowing your teammates, how you work with them, how they focus, how they play, where their mentality's at. It's very special to have a very big bond with them.
Definitely right there, as we were saying, that's a big 1-2 punch that we're looking forward to for the next year and a half now. Starting for Doherty, number 1, Keelani Manning. Number 2, Ava Igonu. Number 5, Morgan Gentilucci. Number 23, Francie McMahon. And number 22, Kylie Miller.
And your starting lineup for Auburn High School.
And now, let's welcome tonight's starting five for your Auburn Rockets.
Freshman number 21, Taylor Goodrich. Junior number 25, Marion Nagumi. Junior and captain, Maeve Whittemore. Senior and captain, Kaylee Papierski. Senior captain, number 23, Joanna Proko.
Here we go, Bryce. Looks like we have Naraya Horton and Marin and Gumi for the tip-off. Tip-off won by Doherty. Good ball move to start off. And stolen by Kaylee Papersky. Over to Taylor Goodrich. Brings it up the court. Loses the dribble. Pass it off to Maeve Whittemore. And it's stolen away by Doherty. Kelania Manning. And it's stolen right back by Maeve Whittemore. Finds Ioana Proko. And she can't hit the layup. It's rebounded by Doherty. That is Morgan Gentilucci, who contains the ball. Passes it off to Ava Igonu. Over to Kelania Manning. Underneath the hoop. And let's pass it off to Gentilucci, who sinks the bucket. 2 points off the mid-range from Gentilucci. Maeve Whittemore, leading the fast break, takes the three, and it's no good. Off back iron. Here comes Gentilucci, bringing the ball up the court. Layup is no good. Gets her own rebound. Goes back up. Misses again. Igonu gets the rebound. Misses. And it is now in the possession of Marin and Gumi. Taylor Goodrich taking her time. Passes it over to Maeve Whittemore. Across the court to Ioana Proko. Back to Taylor Goodrich and over to Whittemore. And it is out of bounds. Bad pass. Here comes Gentilucci. Over to Manning. Back to Gentilucci. And that's off the leg of Igonu. Out of bounds. Auburn ball. Maeve Whittemore with pressure from behind. That's a foul. That will be on Igonu, number 2. That's the first personal. Taylor Goodrich brings it up. Over to Whittemore. Back to Goodrich. Open three. Takes it. No good. Doherty bringing it up the court. Over to Igonu. And it's stolen by Goodrich. And now Auburn's been the ball back up the court. Finds Whittemore in the corner. Open three. Takes it. Off back iron again.
Looks like Coach Green is trying to redirect some order with his players.
Here comes Gentilucci. Pass it over to the corner. Good defense by Papersky. And there's a bit of a tussle for it. Whitmore's got it and pass it off to Goodrich. And here comes the fast break for your Rockets. Goodrich settles. Over to Proko. Back to Goodrich. Across the court to Whittemore. Over to Papersky. Back to Goodrich. Over to Proko. And it's right back. The three, and no good. Proko with the rebound. Goes up and makes the two. Good layup there.
Those layups are what's going to keep them alive here. I think they're shooting too many threes, and they need to start bringing it up to the hoop with layups. That's what's going to get them points.
And that is going to be an and one. Take the bucket plus the foul. And looks like that's Frances McMahon.
First person foul, team second. Frances McMahon at the line, shooting one.
And free throw is good. 3-point lead early on for Doherty. That's a bad pass, and that is a wide open layup for Nariah Horton, the senior. Over to Papirski. Outside to Proko. Back towards the middle towards Goodrich. Right back to Proko. Over to Goodrich. Across the court to Whittemore. Inside to Papirski. And now Ngumi. Wow, what a reverse layup, and that is good. That's stolen by Taylor Goodrich. And that's going to be a foul on Gentilucci. 2 free throws incoming for Goodrich.
Foul against Morgan Gentilucci. First personal foul, team second. Taylor Goodrich at the line, shooting 2.
Shooting for reverse. And misses.
And Ella Swedberg will enter for Kaylee Papirski.
Shoots for 2.
Second free throw is good. Here comes Doherty, led by Gentilucci. Over to Igonu. Over to Zoe Craig. And that's going to be a foul on Taylor Goodrich.
Foul against Taylor Goodrich for first personal foul, team's third.
It's a good play from Maeve Whittemore to read that and knock it out of bounds. Doherty will inbound from underneath the hoop. McMahon can't grab a rebound, and Taylor Goodrich holds on to it, and now she brings it up the court.
Little step up from our defense on that play.
Absolutely. Can't have that. Those laps are going to turn to easy points. Ngumi in the middle takes the jump shot, and it just doesn't hit. Off the rim a couple times. And that is going to be a travel. Francis McMahon appeared to walk with it a little bit. Good defensive pressure there. And now we will take the ball from underneath the hoop.
Pass it all the way to Goodrich. Foul call against Marion Nagumi.
And here comes the long-awaited return for Emily Hunter. She was out a couple weeks, correct?
That is correct, Paul.
Now, Auburn's got to be careful here because they already have 4 fouls. And I'm just getting word now that Emily Hunter had a shoulder issue, and she's able to return tonight as she gets the steal. And good ball movement sets us up with a fast break. Goodrich settles it. Good pick from Whittemore over to Swedberg. Finds Ioana Proko in the corner, and she gets her own rebound over to Swedberg. And a good drive will result in Swedberg going to the bucket for 2. 2 free throws on the way.
Foul against Nariah Horton. Team first personal foul, team's third. Ella Swedberg at the line, shooting 2.
Looks like the Doherty coach is getting a little flustered over there.
Free throw number 1 is good.
Nice swish on that too, Paul.
Very satisfying. And she airballs the second.
Paul, I don't know if you noticed this, but a coach cannot be on the court during playing time.
Yeah, that's definitely something that the ref should look at. And that's going to be a kick ball on May Whittemore. And Manning in the corner. Passes it out to the top to Gentilucci.
Struggling a little bit right there.
Gentilucci. And it's stolen again by Goodrich. She's really taking an eye on that. Whenever she sees the eyes of the opponent, she always sees where they're going with the ball, reads it perfectly, and steals it. Now back over to Goodrich from Swedberg. Goodrich takes the three. And no good. Rebound by a Manning. And that is a second foul on Taylor Goodrich. And it looks like Annabella Mancini will be coming in for Goodrich as she's in foul trouble.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is no good. And Mancini will replace Goodrich. Second free throw is no good. And a jump ball will result in Auburn ball. Good hustle there from Emily Hunter. Swedberg will take the ball up as the point guard. Mancini into the middle of the Hunter. Takes a shot, no good. Rebounded by Whittemore. And it's just in and out. Back over to Proko. And big scrum forward here, and Emily Hunter finally gets the basket to fall. 2 points, Auburn lead. And
Great block by Emily Hunter.
Nariah Horton will now go to the line. It looks like from here on out, Auburn's in the bonus. So whenever they foul, it's always going to result in free throws.
It's a dangerous spot to be in, Paul.
First free throw is no good. And Ava Igonu will replace Zoe Craig. Second free throw is also no good. And another scrum will, I believe, give the ball to Doherty. Oh no, there's a foul called.
Auburn calling a timeout.
What's the foul on?
So, Paul, what do you think in Auburn's... What do you think of Auburn's playing today? How do you think they're playing?
I do think it's a little sloppy, but obviously you're going to have that after haven't you played in about 5 days. And also, I like how they're moving the ball a lot. They are getting a bit flustered at times, but it's looking good so far.
Yeah, I think the defense is starting to step up just a little more while they were coming deeper into the first quarter here. I think, they're keeping the ball away from the basket as best as they can. But the offense, I think we should stop shooting as many threes and start bringing it up to the hoop more with layups because that seems to be working for us. We got 8 points off layups. So I think if we bring it up to the hoop more. And we're back. Proco gets the ball.
And that's a bad pass or just went through the hands of Proco. Either way, it is now Doherty ball. Here comes Gentilucci. Over to Igonu. And that's too hard of a pass, and it will be Auburn ball once again. Whittemore. Pass across court to Proco. Here comes the fast break. Proco, ooh, took a big tumble, but there's no call there. Swedberg from the top of the key, no good. And so and Doherty will gain possession off of that last jump ball. Honestly, I think that was a little questionable because we saw as the whistle was blowing, Emily Hunter came away with it cleanly, but we don't stand in the way of the officiating. Gentilucci at the top. Oh, that's a nice threaded pass into the center. The layup is no good. Amaning, no good. Off Igonu.
Maeve Whittemore playing extremely great defense right now. Very
And
aggressive
that
defense.
Drops in from Kylie Miller. Here comes the fast break once again, and that is going to be a foul on Amaning.
Whittemore is now going to go to the line.
Foul going against the Money. First personal foul, team's fifth period.
With 13 seconds left, Maeve Whittemore will look to restore the Auburn lead after Doherty just took it back on the last possession. First one is no good off back iron. And Papirski will take out Emily Hunter. Second free throw is good, tying this game.
Five seconds left.
Doherty ball with less than a second left. They're going to have to get a quick shot up if they're going to want a chance to score here before the end of the quarter.
Any chance you get, you always want to advance your lead in basketball, Paul.
Mm-hmm. Shot is up, and it's no good. It was off in time and would have counted, but it's off front rim. And we are tied at 9 heading into the second quarter.
Very good half. Both a very good defensive game going here. I think maybe, the offense just needs to step it up. Less threes, I think. I think we're doing very good with layups. I think we have strong layuppers. And maybe it's probably just the offense right now. The defense is excelling. Only allowing them to put up 9 points in one period is pretty good. And I think the defense will continue to do great, but the offense, I think they're going to work on it and see what they can do to work around them.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think you have to stick with what's working right now. So maybe post up into the paint, try to get some layups to fall.
Very true.
Eventually, the shots are going to fall, but give it some time there because if you just keep trying to chuck it up, it's never going to work.
True. You don't want to rush it, but also you can't always take your sweet time in this game, Paul. This is a very high, intense game, and you just want to keep pushing forward constantly, and you want to get that ball in the hoop. So, yeah, I think you have to let it take its own time, but you also need to get that ball in the net when you need to succeed. Because defense is doing its job right now. Just the offense needs a lot of work right now. I hope Coach Green kind of talked it out hoping to switch some stuff around and making Mess succeed more and getting the ball in the hoop.
Well said, Mr. Oliveira. And Taylor Goodrich will start off the second quarter, bring the ball up. Good defense from Gentilucci. Over to the corner to Proko. And it is stolen by Francis McMahon. And Gentilucci will bring it up the court. Here comes Amane. Over to Igonu. Back to Amane. Into the corner to Gentilucci. Back to Amane. And looked like that may have gotten a piece off of Maeve Whittemore. And it was tried to be saved by McMahon, but it is out of bounds. Auburn ball.
Cover it by
Papersky. Over to Proko. She's got a lot of real estate here. Good pass to Swedberg, and that's a great play.
Just as I said, Paul, the layups are the way to go. Now we're up by 2.
Agonu. Over to Gentilucci. In the corner to Amane. Over to McMahon in the paint. Back to Gentilucci. Layup is no good. Rebound. Second chance is no good, but there's going to be a third opportunity. And that doesn't fall. Maeve Whittemore corrals it, and that is going to be a foul.
Maeve Whittemore looking to be in a lot of pain right now.
Back to Proko, who has real estate again. In the corner to Swedberg. Outside to Goodrich. Whittemore in the paint. And that is a good jump shot off the glass. And bank is over.
Auburn is now up by 4, 13-9 right now.
And layup from Gentilucci, nice little floater, is up and good. Here comes Proko. This press breaker's really working. Wow, what a play from Whittemore. But she just can't quite finish. That's a tough layup with the left. Proko on Gentilucci. Good screen. And that's going to be a block on Swedberg. Uh-oh. Proko looks like she just got hit in the face. Sorry, my mistake. The foul's on Proko, not Swedberg. And Proko's going to go get some attention right now.
Claire Foley now subbing in for her. Proko.
And that's a good lefty layup from Gentilucci, and we are knotted at 13. Here comes Goodrich.
Claire Foley sneaking around.
Maeve Whittemore up with the jumper again. Off back iron. She gets a rebound, and she puts it up, and it's good. So Auburn possessing a small 2-point lead as we approach the midway point just about. And that's stolen, tipped over by Swedberg, and then corralled. And here comes Taylor Goodrich with Gentilucci tracking her down. She can't finish the layup. Gentilucci. Jumper is just off the rim, and here comes Whittemore possessing the ball, and she can't find an open man. Gentilucci cannot finish, and here comes Foley. And that is a foul. That will be on Naraya Horton. So Foley, after just being subbed in for Joanna Proko, will now head to the line.
Claire Foley at the line, shooting 2.
First layup is no good.
You know, Paul, I thought we had a lot of tall girls on our team, but if you take a look at Doherty, they have a lot of tall girls.
Yes, they've been working well in the paint so far. Foley's second free throw is good.
You know, I think the height, Paul, comes in a great effect when it comes to defense near the hoop.
Absolutely. As you see, it's been... And right there, look how easy that was for Frances McMahon. Whittemore all alone in the corner. No good, just a bit long. Rebound, possessed by Foley. Over to Goodrich, tries a 3. No good. And McMahon controls the rebound. Here comes Gentilucci. Finds a Monning in the corner. Oh, that's a good call, I'd say. Just a bit of a block on Maeve Whittemore.
Maeve being subbed in for Emily Hunter and Papirski with Nagumi. I think Swedberg needs to cut in a little bit.
Oh, what a block from Nagumi. Mary Nagumi with a strict block. And now Foley finds Nagumi under the basket. Back over to Foley. And layup is no good.
Very back and forth game here. Only 16-15 in the second period.
Mm-hmm. And looks like that's going to be a foul on Kylie Miller. Looks like she just went over the back a little too hard. Now, I know Doherty's got the height advantage, but I think if we just power through, we can go right by them and get an easy layup.
We need to be able to maneuver around them, Paul. Looks like we have the clock here is not moving.
All right, clock is moving again. Foley in the corner. Hunter's right there for the rebound, and she makes the second chance. In the middle of the McMahon. Outside of Gentilucci. Takes the floater, and it's good. That was sweet.
A little too sweet, and that's not what we want for them.
Goodrich finds Foley. Back over to Goodrich. Just Swedberg. Finds Hunter in the corner. She takes the 3. And it's just no good. But Foley controls the boards. It's outside to Goodrich. Finds Swedberg. Right back to Goodrich. Goodrich takes the 3. No good. But Emily Hunter will control the rebound. Over to Foley. And that's good defense. Good way to box it out there. It is Doherty ball.
I'd like to say we would like to get more layups in, but, you know, Doherty has a great defensive setup here. I don't think we can get around them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We need to be faster.
That's the thing. We have the speed, but Doherty's positioning themselves well with between the paint and the basket so that we can't really build up enough speed to blow by them until it's time to go up for the board.
Very true.
Going to in the corner. Over to Kylie Miller. and get the bucket plus the foul. So Doherty retakes the lead. Oh.
Papirski in for Nagumi.
The free throw is good, completing the three-point play.
Emily Hunter just got swarmed by 3 girls.
Credit to her for getting that ball out. Goodrich finds Foley. Back to Goodrich. Back to Foley. And Goodrich again. And again to Foley. Finds a cutting Hunter into the paint.
And she got
And
caught.
we're going to see a jump ball. I believe that will be going towards Auburn's way. Yes, it will be. So the inbound will come underneath the basket. Foley over to Hunter. No good. Couldn't get enough mustard on that. And Gentalucci just drives her way straight through the mismatch. And it is now a 4-point Doherty lead.
Goodrich trying to maneuver herself around him.
Hunter finds Foley. Back to Goodrich. Swedberg on the outside. Back to Goodrich.
No, Paul, it's very hard to maneuver around such a good defense like this. It's like a mouse getting trapped.
That's a good fake. Oh, but then you just see the height there. Emily Hunter just gets owned by, I believe that was Naraya Horton, and now that's a foul on Claire Foley.
I really think the offense needs to come up with something new here because what they're doing here isn't working.
Yeah, maybe now's the time to turn back to the jump shot that we saw so much in the first quarter.
Very true, very true.
Free throw is no good.
Like I said, I mean, whenever we get the ball across the court, they're trapping us 3-on-1. It's like a mouse catching the cheese trap. We're just getting trapped.
It's a very good scheme that Doherty's come up with. Credit to them. Both free throws are no good, but then you just see Kylie Miller barrel her way through and control the boards and get a second chance. And there's miscommunication. And now
it is now 26-18. Doherty is now controlling the game.
What was just an Auburn lead 2 minutes ago is now just deteriorated.
All right, Joe, we have 20 seconds left in the second half.
And unfortunately, I hate to say this, but I feel like we've seen this movie play out time and again with this team sometimes. Like, you go back to their first game against Bay Path, that was a really close game heading into the final 2 minutes of the half, and then just went downhill in the last 2 minutes, just like we saw here.
I think we start off red hot, kind of like the boys' team. They start off red hot. We try to control the game. But then close to the second period, and then after half, we kind of just lose it. And we start to lose the momentum. We start to lose the fire, and the fire goes out. And we are left in the dark.
We'll see. Some points here would go a long way towards halftime morale. And we just can't. Papirski throws it away. Gentalucci with 15 seconds on the clock. And it's a quick trap. And Emily Hunter will get involved with a jump ball. I believe that's staying down. Here it is. 8 seconds for Doherty to maybe get some more points out of this.
Are you hoping for a buzzer beater, Paul?
Unless it's for Auburn, no. In this situation, no. Oh. So that's a good defensive play from Mancini, but nobody else touched it, so it's out of bounds. And now 5 seconds on the clock. See if Doherty does something here. Three. Just gotta put it up, and it's a good attempt, but no good. At the end of the half, we have the visiting Doherty 26, your Auburn Rockets 18.
And Auburn with a total of 4 fouls in this half and 3 for Doherty. So I obviously think the offense needs to step up their game. But also, now that I see the defense that was doing so great is now slowly losing its fire, because now we're just letting them score on us, and they are getting the best of us right now. So I think we need to have a big talk about both the offense and the defense, because the offense needs to step more into it. They need to work around the Doherty players, and they need to make it in the basket.
Well said. I think a good halftime speech goes a long way towards what the second half could look like. And we welcome you back from our quick halftime break to the Auburn Memorial Gym. We have a score of Doherty 26, Auburn 18. After Auburn possessed a 1-point lead with 2 minutes left, but saw it slip away after a rampant Doherty run. And we'll see if they can make the adjustments necessary. And Bryce, what do you think those adjustments have to be to get back into this game?
Definitely the offense. They need to put it in the bucket more, maybe stop shooting as many threes, maybe try to get around the Doherty's defenders and make the layups. But defense also needs to put a spark in it a little bit because they're giving up unnecessary points, and we just can't be doing that. That's going to cost us in the long run.
Quick trap from Doherty is foiled. And again, some miscommunication. And here comes a fast break. And that's going to be an and one. Add the free throw to the bucket. Gentilucci off the foul from Megumi. Sorry, from Swedberg. My apologies. And free throw is good. And just a bad pass. Looked like just bad execution on the play overall there. Morale looks a little low to start off. That's never a good sign.
I don't know about you, Paul, but that coach cannot be on the court.
I agree. Oh, it's Auburn ball, looks like. Goodrich gonna try and take it herself, but she can't. Just hits iron. And here comes the fast break for Doherty. Gentilucci settles it down, takes a good mid-range shot, and it is now a 14-point lead for the Highlanders. We have a jump ball. And it is Doherty ball.
Looks like some miscommunication with Doherty.
Ooh. That was a hard fall from Maeve Whittemore. And that is now going to be Auburn possession on the jump ball. Piersky over to Ngumi. Back to Goodrich. Some pass around with Swedberg and Goodrich. Goodrich takes a three. No good. And Francis McMahon. Oh, that's never a fair matchup. McMahon just went straight over to Goodrich and bodied her straight into the paint. Swedberg. Outside of Goodrich. Back to Swedberg. Over to Whittemore. Back to Papersky. And that's some good ball movement. Good bucket there from Ngumi. Now, that was a great play there, Bryce, but I'm not the only person seeing like this. Has this been pretty sloppy to start the half so far?
Yes, it has been a very sloppy start.
Wow. How did that manage to fall in there? Did you see Ngumi? She was right there.
In 3 minutes, we have managed to now be down by 16 points, and there's only 5 minutes left in the third. How can you pull back from this? That was a nasty fall. That's what they need to work on, Paul. Auburn needs to work on rebounds.
Yes, I agree. That's been a big issue. Like, we've seen the second chance points is coming quick and fast for Doherty. Meanwhile, we can barely muster any rebounds to speak of. Here comes Goodrich with the corner three. No good. That's a travel on Doherty. Now, to be honest, I don't think we've made a three, have we?
No, we have not. We've either airballed them or have missed them.
Yeah, there's a lot of areas for improvement. Here comes Goodrich. No good again.
Are you jinxing us, Paul?
Oh! Tough foul from Ngumi. And that will bring, who is that? That will bring Nariah Horton to the line.
Nariah Horton at the line, shooting two.
First free throw is up and good.
Substitution on the floor.
Second is just as true.
Probably one of the highest free throws I've seen all day, Paul.
Yeah, that was interesting. But if it works, it works.
Oh, that ball was
That's
just
a good
snatched.
strip there from Amaning. And here comes Gentilucci. No good, but McMahon's there. No good again.
Where is our defense, Paul?
Nariah Horton, Francis McMahon, even Gentilucci, they're all just killing us right now on the
boards. We are doing
boards.
very poorly with rebounds. I don't see any of us near the hoop.
Emily Hunter. Here comes Gentilucci. Nariah Horton. Over to Gentilucci. Back to Horton. No good.
See, there we go. A little better on the
Oh.
rebounds there.
And that's going to be Doherty ball. What do you think has been the issue here tonight, Bryce, outside of in-game adjustments or maybe how we've been playing?
The rebound gains. Definitely the rebound gains.
Do you think it also could just be a crushing of morale after losing that lead in the second quarter?
Well, Paul, we are now down by 20 points, and, you know, I'd like to keep some hope alive that we can come back from this. But you never know what happens. Out of bounds, Emily Hunter.
I believe that hit the shot clock. Is that correct? That hit the shot clock?
And yes, shot clock is considered out.
Yeah. Ooh.
A lot of wipeouts today, Paul. A lot of wipeouts.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the TV show Wipeout. You ever watch that growing up?
Oh my God, I miss it every single day. Claire Foley will replace Alice Swedberg. Goodrich. Over to Whittemore. Back to Goodrich. Over to Whittemore. Pump fake. And second time on nearly back-to-back possessions that Emily Hunter has hit the shot clock. Maeve Whittemore coming up. And she can't quite finish. Here comes Gentilucci. Gentilucci pushing the ball. And layup is no good. No good again. And what's the call here? I believe the foul's on Emily Hunter. Yes, the foul's on Emily Hunter. Gentilucci charging from the corner. And Maeve Whittemore is unhappy with the call of a kicked ball.
Looking very flustered there, Paul.
Yeah, this entire team has looked pretty flustered this entire quarter, I'd say. And unfortunately, the scoreboard reflects that.
Well, I guess losing by a decent amount of points is going to get you, I wouldn't say a
and
delightful mood.
there's another wipeout. Maeve Whittemore driving it.
Good job, Ava.
And Emily Hunter saves it.
Great save.
Ooh, that is a travel. After a brief scuffle there, Auburn regains possession, and that is a bad pass. Gentilucci cannot make him pay, however. And Maeve Whittemore gets the seal. Claire Foley will take it up. And that's out of bounds, Doherty ball. Good, you. Here comes Gentilucci up against Goodrich. As out of bounds, Doherty ball. Oh, here we go. Sidney McDonald, another freshman, is coming in and giving Maeve Whittemore a rest. Gentilucci. 3 is good.
That is, yeah, that's something we don't want to see here. Now, Paul, after that, is this the game decider right there after that shot? Or are we still going to bring some hope back?
Doherty ball. Shot clock will go off as it's below the 35 seconds. And we're underneath 30 seconds left in the third quarter. With Doherty leading by 23. Gentilucci will bring it up. Over to Amaning. Back to Gentilucci. Into the paint. And that is a good play from Emily Hunter. And that'll be a foul on Amaning. So Auburn has entered the bonus after Doherty's 5th foul. And Emily Hunter will shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, now that we have Doherty in a dangerous zone where they have 5 fouls, hopefully we can use that opportunity.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's only 14 seconds and it goes by quarter. So
Very true, but
I don't really think that's going to be much of a factor. It sucks, but it's not. And actually, she'll get to retake that. I'm not sure who that was on, but I think Claire Foley got pushed in the back. And so yeah. So that's a violation, sorry. Not a foul. But it doesn't matter anyways, same outcome. Doherty will get the ball back. And there's 10 seconds left in the third quarter.
Coach Green looked a little agitated there for a second.
Ooh, jump ball. And that's going towards Auburn. 1.5 seconds left in the third quarter. Kavaya Cross looks like just went out. Something with her shoulder, I think. And that's the end of the quarter. So as we approach the end of the game here, as we approach the end of this game, we would like to remind you that we will be back here on Friday night, as Quabog will be coming into town and taking on Auburn. We'll see if we can rebound from tonight.
Paul, it is 43-21. Do you really think we're going to rebound in 8 minutes?
I'm not saying tonight. I'm saying against Quabog. Show some optimism.
Me and Paul will be here broadcasting Auburn versus Quabog here on Friday. Paul, aren't you so excited?
I am very excited to be working alongside you again, Bryce. And there's another easy layup for Nariah Horton.
Was that the true nail in the coffin there, Paul?
I think so. I think that might have been the 3 that Gentilucci hit with less than a minute left in the third quarter. As you can tell, the energy in this gymnasium just died.
I think it's Doherty's defense is just so strong, and it's too much for our offense to handle. And it's clearly getting to some players. The way their facial expressions, how they look so worn out and frustrated, it's clearly getting to some players. Like, it's not fun when you're losing and it's not working better for you, or you're not doing better.
Exactly. That's exactly what's going on here. Because you can see, it's just looks like they don't really want to be here right now. And it sucks to say that, but it just doesn't look like it. And that's terrible.
It is down by a lot. 26 points is very rough. And that's obviously going to light a fire in your anger. And it's going to make you want to go out and score more. But also at the same time, the defense is just shutting you down completely.
And unfortunately, I feel like this has also been the same kind of thing that's been happening all year with most of these games.
Very true. Very true.
And that will be a travel on Amaning. Here comes Gentilucci, and that is crisp. Top of the line. Once again, we see a brief wipeout, but it's all set. Auburn retains possession after the foul on Francis McMahon.
I feel like Doherty's just wasting the clock at this point. Just running the time down and down, crushing their hopes of this win.
Honest.
Paul, where's the hope gone?
The hope has been gone since that 9-0, 10-0 run that Doherty had to end the second quarter, unfortunately. And that is a jump ball, and that's going Auburn's way. So we're 3 minutes in, 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of what has just been a dominant display in this second half from Doherty. Gentilucci, as she's done all night, will bring the ball up, and what a night it's been for her. She's been dominating at the point. She's been shooting well, passing well. She's been making the layups. It's It's just a dominating performance. Sydney McDonald gets the steal, passes it up to Goodrich. Good pass to Foley. Oh, that's a foul. That's going to be on Nariah Horton. And Foley will go to the line for 2.
I thought there was going to be a whole-on collision to the floor right there, Paul.
Yeah.
Team second. Claire Foley at the line, shooting 2.
First free throw is no good.
Substitution on court.
Mancini will replace Sydney McDonald. And Claire Foley's 2 free throws are no good, rebounded by Gentilucci. Here comes Ella Swedberg replacing Claire Foley. Gentilucci will inbound. Ooh. That is going to be on Mancini. And Gentilucci will go to the line, shooting 2.
First personal foul, team's first.
Oh, sorry, foul was on the floor. No free throws, my apologies. The foul was on the floor. Looked like it was a shooting foul, but it wasn't. And that jump ball is going to be going towards Doherty's way, I think. No, that's staying with Auburn. Swedberg will inbound. Some good movement on the outside. Good pass there to Ngumi. Mancini over to Goodrich. Oh, shot clock went off.
Looks like Kavea Cross is coming back out into the gymnasium with ice on her shoulder.
That's not a great sign.
Not a fun day. You have one of your starters getting banged up in the first quarter, and then another senior getting a shoulder injury. That's always not a fun day.
And it looks like Doherty is subbing out the bench. Head coach is pleased with what he's seen from the starters, so he's leaving out the
at
bench
this
players.
point, Paul, I would put in the bench because if you're already excelling by so many points with very little time left. So I would put him in just to make sure you don't injure any of your star players.
Yeah, smart. Get them some experience. I think this is good for Doherty. This might be a good experience. Goodrich is no good with the 3 again. Ngumi is no good on the board. And now Doherty brings it up.
Dang, I think she smacked that basketball right out like a volleyball, hitting some fans.
Here comes Taylor Goodrich on the fast break. And she finishes. That is the first points, if you can believe it. That's the first points of the quarter for the Rockets. And that is going to be traveling. Claire Foley brings it up. Here comes Alice Swedberg. Over to McDonald. Good pass out to Foley.
Great save by McDonald.
Over to Mancini. Swedberg has an open three, and it's no good. And we're going to have a jump ball. This time, it's staying for Doherty. Doherty will keep possession. Doherty moving the ball around. And McDonald controls the boards, brings it up. Over to Ngumi. Layup is no good. Rebounded by McDonald, and McDonald puts it in. Here comes Doherty with the three. No good. And just over 60 seconds remaining in this one. Claire Foley brings the ball up. And here comes Doherty on the fast break. And, ooh, that looked like a foul, but no call. McDonald. Some more points for Sydney McDonald, the freshman. It's going to be a blocking foul on Amaning. And I believe Amaning has fouled out. So, well, this is risky. They're putting in Gentilucci for the last 30 seconds. You don't want to risk an injury typically in this situation. Ooh. Foley takes a hard shot.
Foley's going to go to line for two.
Yes, with that, Doherty has hit the bonus, so Auburn will go to the line.
Shooting two.
First free throw is no good. Second is also no good. But there is a violation. Doherty went into the paint early, so now Foley will get a redo on her second free throw. She cannot take advantage. Both are no good. And
looks like Doherty's going to hold it on. No, never mind.
And that's your ball game, folks. Final score, Doherty Highlanders 50, Auburn Rockets 27. We want to thank you for tuning in to Auburn High School Television tonight and for watching this game. We hope to see you this Friday night when your Rockets take on Quabog with me and Bryce here again. And also, the boys play tomorrow night. So they play David Prouty. So if you'd like to tune into that, it's on the same channel. Go and watch that. It'll be a very good game. Thank you from me and my co-commentator,
Bryce Oliveira.